Please like the video and subscribe my channel to get updates. Also press bell icon to receive notifications of new uploads. Hello and welcome to my channel Mac and Mess. I am Dr. Ajay Verma. In my previous video, I discussed auxiliary planes method for projections of solids. In today's video, we are going to take one more problem using auxiliary planes method, that is change of position of axis method. So if you have remembered in one of my video, that is projections of solids problems explained part 5, we solved this problem using change of position of object method. Today we are going to attempt this question using auxiliary planes method. So I have drawn the initial two figures for that question. In that question there was a cube which was resting on HP with one of its corners, and one of the solid diagonal was perpendicular to vertical plane. So what we did in that particular problem, first we made this solid diagonal. I have assumed 1 dash C dash here. So this solid diagonal we made it parallel to XY line in the next diagram. If you have remembered, these were the front view and top view in initial position, that is simple position. Then we tilted this solid such that this solid was tilted so that this line 1 dash C dash, this is solid diagonal here, so this becomes parallel to XY line. And then we drawn top view. In the last stage we tilted this diagram top view and drawn the final front view. So the differences can be observed here. What happens in change of position of axis method, that we have already explained in the previous video. So what we did, rather than tilting this solid and making 1 dash C dash parallel to XY line, I have drawn another XY line here, X1 Y1, passing from the resting point. We are assuming that 3 dash is resting on HP. So from here we have drawn one line X1 Y1, this line which is parallel to 1 dash C dash. So what happened, just in the previous case this line has become parallel to XY line here. Then we have to draw perpendicular lines on this X1 Y1, but because there is mixing of the and intermixing of the diagrams here, we can take this line at a suitable distance here, at convenient distance here. So I have redrawn this X1 Y1 here at some distance from this and extended the vertical lines, perpendicular lines on this X1 Y1. Now what we have to do, as per our rule, we have to cut distances from this X1 Y1 line on all these perpendicular lines from here, and distances will be taken from the top view, from XY line to point in the top view. So when we have to cut on this line, this is the line for 1 dash, so we have to take from XY line, this is XY, so from XY to, we have to take the distance from XY to this one point, that is this much of distance. So we can take this distance from here, put here and cut the distance. So this distance may be cut here itself so as to get 0.1 here. Similarly, so this distance is equal to this one. These two distances are equal from here to here and here to here. Similarly, when we have to cut on, first we consider the lower face, then we will take upper face. So now 2 dash 4 dash. So this is the line for 2 dash 4 dash. This one we have to cut distances from here. So we will take distances, one from XY to this one. Say for example this is a cross, so XY to this distance equal to 4. So 4 will be here, this distance is equal to 4, and from here to here xy to this distance, this much. So you have to cut this distance on the somewhere around here. So this may become 2 and this is 4. For 3 we have to take distance on this line, so again equal to this distance, that is equal to this. So take this distance from here and cut on the line, perpendicular line on x1 y1 from there. So it will be around this point, right? So now you can join the extreme points like this. Now we have to take these 3 lines top face. So C dash, so this C equal to from here to here. So we have to cut this distance itself. So this will be C. For B and D we have to cut on this line. This is BD lines, which is equal to this distance and this distance. So this is D, this is B. And for A you have to take this distance on the line which is for A. So we have to cut on this line. So this will be point A. Right? Now join the outlines first. Now we are looking from this direction. So we have to find out which base will be visible and which is half hidden. So because this arrow is nearer to ABCD, so top face is completely visible here and the bottom face is half hidden. So what you have to do, you have to join these points and half part of this will be hidden, right? So this will become A, B, C and D, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? For lateral lines, line passing from 1 to C. Now this 1 to C is solid diagonal and lateral lines are A to 1, so 1 to A, this line 1 to A will be a continuous line because it is crossing a hidden base as per our rules, and from 3 to C it is a hidden line because it is passing under a continuous base or the base which is completely visible. So in this manner the top view is completed here, right? Now we have to draw the final front view, and for making a solid diagonal perpendicular to VP, say this line is solid diagonal 1 dash C dash here. So in this diagram we have made it parallel to XY line. So initially we make it parallel to XY line, it means parallel to HP as well as parallel to VP. Then in the last case we will be turning it with 90 degrees so that it becomes perpendicular to vertical plane. So 1C is the solid diagonal. For making it perpendicular to VP, what we have to do, we have to take this line, that is the solid diagonal of the 1 to C. This must be perpendicular to XY line. It means that we have to take one line perpendicular to XY line now, like this. Say this is X2 Y2, right? And we have to draw again, we draw the perpendicular lines perpendicular on this line. So 3 lines will be there. three perpendicular lines will be drawn here. Again we have to cut distances on these three lines, means for all the points, taking distances now from this x1 y1 to the front view. So when we will take distance of C, we will take this distance x1 y1 to C from here and cut over there. For taking distances of B and D, we will take distances from here. For A, we will take distance from A, x1 y1 to A. For 1, this distance, and so on. So let us start with this point. So here there are 2 points. One is 4 and another one is 4 and D. So we have to take distance of 4 and D on this particular line. So this is 4 D, this much of distance. So we can cut here. It will be somewhere around here. So this is D. For 4, this is 4 here. So from XY line to 4, this much of distance. Take this distance and cut here. So this is 4 now. Right? On this line, middle line, we are having 4 points. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to take all these 4 points from here. So for 1, you have to take distance from this XY line, x1 y1. This is, let me darken it. So from x1 y1 to this distance and cut on. It will be somewhere around here. So this is 1. Second distance of point A. So this is the distance of A from here to here. Take this distance on this line. So it will be somewhere around here. Then this point is point 3. Distance of 3 will be taken from here, that is 0 distance, because point 3 is assumed to be on XY line. So this is 3. All these points are dashes because this is going to be front view. Right? Then the last point, that is C. The distance of C may be taken from here, this one. So take this distance and mark on this line. So this distance C will be again equal to this one. This distance and this distance are equal. So it will coincide on point 1. So that is C dash. For this we are having 2 and B. So take distances of 2 and B. So distance of 2 equal to distance of D, that is from XY line to 2 and B. So this is 2 from here to here. This much of distance you have to take equal to this one. That is equal to the distance of 0.4. Similarly for B, from here to this XY line means equal to the distance of D. So this will be point B. So this is B dash, this is 2 dash. Now you are looking from this direction. Which base is nearer to arrow? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that in this diagram 1, 2, 3, 4 will be completely visible, means no hidden line. And because ABCD is farther compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, in this diagram ABCD's half part will be hidden. So let us join first the outlines. Like this, and you can join 1, 2, 3, 4 because they are completely visible. So this is 1, then 2, 3 and 4. So join them directly with the continuous line. And half part of the ABCD is written. So these lines from D to this one and from here to here, these two lines will be hidden, and in this manner this complete diagram will be drawn, right? And as I already told you, this is the basis for isometric projections. We will talk about it later on when we will complete the topic isometric projection. So remember what we do in auxiliary planes method: initial two diagram, that is in simple position, then whatever the condition given for front view, we have to draw another axis x1 y1 with that particular angle which is given in the problem. Draw the perpendicular lines from all the points of front view on this new line. If it is mixing here, you can take it some convenient distance here also, and draw the vertical perpendicular lines perpendicular to this x1 y1 and cut distance from x1 y1 on these perpendicular lines, taking distance from the top view from xy line. All the points you have to take like this. If for A and 1 this distance, for B and D, C and C this distance, D xy to B for B this, and so on. So take distances and draw the figure. When you are drawing this diagram, you are looking from perpendicular direction of x1 y1. So whichever the base which is nearer to x1, this arrow, that base is completely visible. The another base which is farther compared to the previous one, that base will be half hidden. Then after drawing this, whatever the condition, second condition, draw the x2 y2 according to that. Again draw the perpendicular lines. You have to cut distances on these perpendicular lines, taking distance from x1 y1 and from the front. I am again repeating, when you are drawing this top view, you have to take distances from xy line to top view line, top view points, and when you are drawing front view, you have to take distances of all the points from x1 y1 of the front view only. For front view, take distances from front view. For top view, take distances from top view. So that's all for auxiliary planes method. Thank you. Thanks for watching.